And we're on. We're on the air live.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is our first podcast since I was gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is. You're being an asshole. You're making fun of my bad memory skills.
Oh, I mean mine are awful, so it's fine.
I don't appreciate your meanness. I like it.
What's that red paper sticking up there? Grab that.
Red Bull.
Is that a download? Can I download something?
No.
Did I get points here? Play it for free. No, I don't.
No, you don't get shit.
Maybe.
I don't think so, dude. Welcome everyone to our program here. This is Breakroom bullshit. That's what we are. We're going to be doing some covering some stuff we've watched and
watched and read,
fucked and stuff over the last few weeks.
Watched, read, viewed.
Yeah. And then we're going to be
listen to.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, you can listen to stuff.
Yeah, why not? You're allowed, you know.
Sure.
And then we're going to be reviewing Civil War with our Marvel movie marathon continues. It's coming to the very end here. We only got 2 left after this.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it's done. It's Dunsky. So make sure you guys go to our YouTube page, Breakroom BS, and subscribe. And links to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud are all on there. So we're not doing news anymore. News is dumb.
Yeah, there's never good news.
Yeah, no.
If there's good news, I'm sure it'll just come up in the real BS anyway.
Yeah, and plus if we were doing news, like, I feel like that's something like just do something when it comes out or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like we're talking about it 5 days after the fact. Who cares? I don't.
No one's listening for that shit.
No one's listening at all. But if they were, they wouldn't be listening for that shit.
Nope.
What are you looking at?
I don't know.
Something's wrong with my head?
No.
You looking at that wrinkle in my head?
I was just staring, and I just kind of had a fixed space over here to stare at, and it happens to be the side of your head.
You're a bad person.
I was staring at one hair in your beard.
Why?
There was nothing. It was just. It was a fixed point to stare at.
Leave it alone. Leave it be. All right. So I guess we'll go right into this week's real bullshit. Right. Start talking about some stuff we watched and whatnot. You got anything prepared?
I'm prepared now.
Yeah, all right.
That's how I like to live.
I don't have anything prepared, but I have 6 things written down.
Jesus Christ.
I know. What do you have,
You're busy.
you little fucker?
I watched a lot of not WWE wrestling this week.
Well, let's just start off with that. You've been watching a lot of Ring of Honor, huh? Ring of Honor, huh?
Yeah, that's some fun shit right there.
I went to a Ring of Honor show 2 days ago.
You one-upped me, I get it.
I did. Well, it's on the list, okay? It's on my list here.
Well, you probably didn't get to meet anyone cool or bump into anyone cool or anything like that.
Neither of those things happened.
We'll lead up to that. That could be the highlight of this category then.
Yeah, it was nice and cheap too. Like the Young Bucks, it was $30 to meet both of them and get an autograph and a picture with both of them. Got to meet the Young Bucks. Got to meet Marty Skrull. I got to meet Cody Rhodes. That was cool. And I got to meet formerly known as Emma.
Tennille Dashwood. Yeah,
I got to meet her too. So that was pretty cool. She was nice. So that was a good time. It was like $90 to meet all those people and get pictures. It was well worth it. As opposed to somewhere else where you go like a Steel City Con and you pay $90 for one person.
Yeah. What was the ticket price for the actual show?
I paid $190 for my seat.
For one seat?
Yeah.
Is that good? I don't know.
I mean, it's a little steep for a Ring of Honor show, but we were 3rd row on the floor, so we had decent seats.
Yeah, those are real good fucking seats.
But the thing is, those shows, there's not a bad seat in there. No. There's really not. I mean, anywhere you sit, you're good. Yeah,
just from watching on the TV box, you could like it looks like everyone has there's not. They don't have big venues, so it's really they're able to work the crowd a lot better.
Yeah, it's very an intimate show, like very close up, which is cool.
That's awesome.
The show it was a TV taping, so they recorded 4 fucking shows. Mm-hmm. It was a 5-hour long event, so it was real fucking long. But the thing was nice about it, when we got to the end of it, I even told Tito, I was like, dude, normally when a 3-hour show, I'm ready to go, but like. Such a good show. I was into it. Like, it could have kept going. It was real good.
Yeah, they have real good fucking talent.
Yeah. The show ended, and Cody even goes, are we off the air? Are we done? He's like, all right. And then he just started bullshit, and they went on another 20 minutes after that, just fucking around.
Oh, yeah. You can see on our Instagram video of Marty doing what song? What?
Backstreet Boys song.
Yeah. I think. Oh, that was maybe In Sync. I don't know. I
think that's Backstreet Boys.
Way. No, I think that's In Sync.
I think that's Backstreet Boys. I think the Backstreet's back.
Yeah. Well, anyway, for being like for not.
I like how we're trying to figure out if it's Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
For it not being a like. I mean, I guess in the wrestling world it is a big company, but if you ask the average person, even my mom who like used to watch wrestling back like when she was younger and shit, if I told her, if I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to a Ring of Honor show, she'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, no one other than you or Tito or Ben has known what the fuck it is. And I've told several people, they're like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, yeah, it's not really huge. But, yeah, it was, like I said, the show was real good. That was really funny at the end.
You're right. Backstreet Boys.
Chalk it up to the looking it up and Dave's right.
Yeah, Dave's always
another
right.
notch. No, I'm not always right. I'm just always right if you look it up on the internet.
Yeah.
See, that's when I end up being right.
So I should not look it up on the internet. Though.
Yeah, then you'll end up being right. You figured out a way
we didn't figure out the answer, so I guess I'm right.
Yeah. So the show was really cool in itself. All the matches were fucking great matches. And then after the show, myself and Tito went to the IHOP because we're hungry. There was nothing open, so we go to IHOP and. Tito's facing the door. He's like, dude, you're not going to believe this. I'm like, what? He's like, dude, look. And like 8 guys fucking walk in from the show. I'm like, holy shit. And I was like, I can't. He's like, dude, this is crazy. And then they walk in and then fucking 4 more guys walk in. The entire Bullet Club was there. Flip Gordon was there.
That's so awesome.
I can't even remember who all was there. I know all of them were there. And as they walked past, we were both just like, great fucking show. Great show. And they were like, oh, thanks. And then they sat down. They weren't sitting too far away, so I kept trying to eavesdrop on everything they were saying. I wish we were a little closer because I couldn't hear a lot of stuff clearly. But what was funny was at the one table there was a whole bunch of them. The other table next to him was Cody, Brandy, and then another guy. And then the waitress goes over and asks, I think it was one of the Bucks. She's like, "So is this all in one check?" And he goes, "Well, no, we're going to be on one check." And he was talking about the table with all 8 of them, and he's talking about the other table. He's like, "Those are all," and he goes, "That's all going to be on Business Bear." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And I kind of peeked over, and there's a third guy. I was like, "I wonder if that's Business Bear over there."
Business Bear.
So I got up, and then I fucking in IHOP when you walk in, it has like kind of a window for the one area. They were right there, so I walked past them, just like looking through the window at them, and like, dude, the third guy, he was not on the show. Okay. He was none of the wrestlers. So I had no idea who it was. I was like, "That's got to be Business Bear." Because you didn't see him. Because he had to look like a wrestler. You could kind of tell.
You would think it's someone who's like has a big name though, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing though. As I was telling Tito, and I might have told you this.
Wait, hold on. Before we continue with the story, Business Bear is a character Cody Rhodes has been using.
Yeah.
Last time they Bullet Club had a bear dressed up, it ended up being Kenny, from what I'm told.
Oh.
I don't know. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, he came down for Brandy's match, and then he came down during the main event, too. And he got in the ring at the end, too. It was funny. They're like, we'd ask him to get in the ring, but he's not going to fit because of his head. And then they're like, we'll try it anyway. And he had to get up on the top rope and kind of move his legs over and get in the ring that way. But
yeah, it's just a bear suit that has a business shirt and a tie on. It's funny.
So he had the look of a wrestler, so you could tell he was a wrestler, but he didn't look familiar. He's probably just an indie guy I didn't know. But the thing is, like, if they're doing like a storyline, right, and there's someone in a costume, like let's say there's someone in this Business Bear costume, and they're going to reveal who it is, and you find out, oh shit, like it's fucking, I don't know, let's just say it's like it ends up being Flip Gordon, right?
I already know what you're thinking.
Yeah, it ends up being Flip Gordon, so whenever they reveal who it is, obviously Flip's going to be in the costume, but he's not going to be in the costume leading up to it.
The entire time.
Yeah, it can be anybody.
Yeah.
Which is probably what they would do, but it was just cool getting to see that, and like it was just so cool. Like they're just sitting there. It was a great night. It was the best wrestling show I've ever been to.
That's awesome.
Ever. I was very enjoyable. I loved it.
Next time they're in town, I'm definitely going.
Yeah. And then we're trying to go to a Ring of Honor taping in like fucking Virginia in June. So hopefully that works out. It's like 4.5 hours away. But dude, I want to go again so bad. It was just so cool. So that's all I got to say about that. What else you got? Because I got
I wasn't ready.
Oh, well, I'll go on to the next one. Something we can both talk about. A Quiet Place.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. There you go.
We saw A Quiet Place. We saw it separately, but we both fucking loved it.
Yeah, dude, phenomenal.
It was great.
I'm going to lay it on the table now. 10 Sparkle Dogs.
Dude, I did too. It's 10 Sparkle Dogs for me too. Depending on how Infinity War ends up being or some of these other movies, it has the potential to be my favorite movie of the year. It was great.
Yeah. So. Just the way they work work around having to make noise the entire time. The different ways that the family themselves made to, just like tiny shit, like the light bulbs that change colors whenever there's danger. That way they don't have to physically make a noise or anything.
And the mom's pregnant. You're like, well, how the fuck are they gonna have a baby? Like, what the fuck? And then they figured out a way for that.
They have a fucking box to put a baby in.
Yeah, and then dude, they just did such an incredible job with the suspense building it. Like, dude, the suspense was so well done in the movie. There was one part where I jumped in the movie. I can't remember exactly where it was, but there was one part where I jumped, and then I think I cried during the one part. It was so sad.
Dude, this is a perfect example of like movies where you don't have to over-explain too much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to know shit about the aliens.
Dude, I agree.
Everything else around that made it perfect. Like, yeah, it was just a nice, intimate story with that family.
Yeah.
With a setting that doesn't have to be like super like described in detail.
Yeah, and they did just enough so you knew what was going on, like with like newspaper headlines and stuff on the wall. You're like, you can gather like, all right, there was some sort of a meteor crash or some sort of alien attack. They're warning people to stay in their homes. Like, you could tell what was going on in the whole world, just enough that you needed to know. You know what I mean? And then they didn't need to show anything else. It was just about the family, which was great. It was a great fucking movie. Highly recommend that fucking movie.
It makes me... I wonder if it's doing well. Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't even looked, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of worried if it does too well, because it's PG-13. It's probably doing well. But if it does too well, we'll probably end up getting a sequel, which is... I don't think they should do, but...
I could go either way on it, to be honest.
I mean, I guess it would depend on how it is. But, I mean, if you had to ask me if I was the filmmaker, I'd say no to a sequel.
Yeah.
Unless I had some cool idea.
I mean, I feel like it's probably... And I can't imagine... It had to be a pretty low-budget movie. It had basically one setting, you know? They didn't do much with effects and stuff, so I'm sure it was a low-budget movie, too.
Yeah, I think it was not Skywalker. It's something else.
Poop Walker. It's the Poop Walkers.
That one company that's owned by Skywalker.
Oh, it was Blumhouse, wasn't it?
I don't think it was Blumhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe even Blumhouse. I'm talking about the animation and everything for the aliens.
Oh, that stuff.
The Lucasfilms company. I can't think of what they're called.
Oh, Lucasfilm.
No.
No, it's ILM.
Yeah. They did the
shit. It did well. Its budget was only $17 million so far. It's done $151 million worldwide.
So we're probably going to see a sequel or
yeah, I would imagine. It made $50 million
opening
weekend. Paramount's a distributor. I don't know.
No. It's you know who it is? It's Dunes, Platinum Dunes.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because I think I was surprised they actually made a good movie.
Yeah. I remember seeing Platinum Dunes at the end, too. I'm like, this was Michael Bay.
Well, in their defense, Michael Bay really had nothing to do with it. It's just his company.
Yeah.
But yeah, it made $50 million opening weekend, which is pretty impressive for that low of a budget. They're definitely going to be happy with that. Good for them. I watched Blockers. That was a piece of shit.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't funny.
John Cena's probably funny.
Yeah, right? John Cena was in it. He wasn't funny.
He probably wasn't split up with the Bella chick yet, right?
No, he was in his good time in his life. Dude, the best way to describe John Cena in the movie is like, it was like watching John Cena on an episode of Raw where he's trying to be funny and not really being funny. Like, this is how he was in the whole movie. And like, if he thinks he's going to be The Rock, the next Rock, he is not. He is not that good of an actor. It is not going to happen. He's being cast just because he's John Cena, and that's it.
I definitely see that. I have seen him at times where like I wouldn't say it's like hilarious, but he can still play a decent funny part. Yeah. But it's as a cameo. It's never typically as like a
lead or anything. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen this movie yet. I'd have to get my own opinion, but I'm sure everything you're saying is accurate here.
Rampage. You watched Rampage, didn't you?
Sort of.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I started playing on my phone. I've been playing that Marvel Strike Force game.
Wasn't it funny when I was jerking off?
Yeah,
that was a good time.
Dude, how do you like the movie?
That was all right.
I couldn't pay attention. I was zoning out the whole time.
I was honestly just like, all right, can we just get to them destroying the city because that's what everyone wants to see.
Dude, I was so far not caring that I didn't even want to watch the end. Like
really?
That's how whenever I stopped paying attention, I'm like, oh, I'll come back to it whenever the cool shit's happening. And then by the time that was happening, I'm like, I'm still deep in my game right now, so I'm gonna not pay attention.
A lot of it was just so silly. You're like, all right, so your plan is to lure them all to your building in the middle of the city, so you can like capture them or something. Like, I was like, what the fuck is she doing?
I don't even know what the plot was. But I did look up whenever Jeffrey Dean Morgan would come on the screen, because he the way he fucking, I can watch him in fucking anything. The way he like delivers lines is so cocky and arrogant and
he's
like
cocky.
badass.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I thought it was all right. From the trailer, I wasn't expecting much anyway. So it was about what I was expecting.
Yeah, I think as far as like giant monster kaiju type movies go, coming off of Pacific Rim and being exposed to this, Pacific Rim just has such an upper hand to this movie that it makes this one seem even worse than it already is.
All right, what else you got?
I mean, there's the Marvel Strike Force game itself.
You're loving it.
You're loving it.
You said that counts.
That counts, right? I don't know, it's just a fun turn-based RPG game for your cell phone. Obviously, like I said, it's a Marvel game, so you're getting all the Marvel characters. It just came out at the end of March.
You said came.
Yeah. It just came out at the end of March. So there's not a lot of characters in it yet. I mean, you got like your basic ones like Thor, Spider-Man, Hulk.
Does he have a patch?
Who?
Does Thor have a patch on his eye?
No.
Or is it based on the comics?
It's comic Thor.
Okay. It's comic patch Thor.
Yeah. I mean, what I really like about this game is the character design, because it's like it kind of takes the best from both.
The best of both worlds. It's like a trans.
It's like a mix between like the comic ones and the movie ones. Like the Daredevil suit looks amazing on Daredevil.
Yeah.
The Wolverine design looks amazing. It's not like there was this DC RPG, turn-based RPG that I downloaded a while ago, and I stopped playing because like the design was just so annoying. Like everyone looked like they had like neon lighting in their suit, and just it looked very, I don't know, stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, very very cheap, like 99-cent gamey, and the production value and design and the Marvel ones just look so much better, and the cinematic, whenever there's like a cool special move that happens, the cinematic camera angles are really cool. Like when Wolverine does his berserker shit, it's fucking badass to look at.
Berserker.
Yeah, I like that game. I recommend it for anyone looking for a good phone app.
How many Sparkle Dogs as a game is it?
As a game? I can't. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I mean, I play it probably like an hour a day, so I'll give it 9 Sparkle Dogs.
That's high. I've been playing South Park Phone Destroyer a lot.
Yeah, that looks fun.
That's all I have to say about it. I watched Truth or Dare.
I tried. See, I felt like I was talking too much about mine. I'm like, I need to give some detail about this game.
You did fine.
Yeah, okay. For a phone game, I guess.
Yeah, I watched Truth or Dare and it was really bad.
Yeah, you told me that one sucked too.
Yeah.
Why did it suck, Dave?
Like the main characters were just a bunch of douchebags. I didn't care about them. I'm like, well, I'm watching a movie where I do not care about you, so that's not a good thing.
The acting was probably really bad too.
It was nothing. It was nothing special.
Your typical no-name actresses in these Blumhouse films.
The story was just like stupid. Like I don't know. It seemed like so poorly written. Like they overdid the whole, like in the commercial or the trailer, like a few times they show this like weird effect where like they have this weird like creepy smile on their face. They overdid the fuck out of it. I'm like, it's like dumb now.
I don't even remember seeing that.
Yeah, like I had some potential, but I mean, it's just a Truth or Dare game. He gets possessed by a demon. I mean, how cool can that be? You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't sound that exciting.
And there was just like forced like stuff between the two female main characters where like the one girl's dad committed suicide and the other girl has a secret she can never tell her. I'm like, this is so fucking like
unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary and dumb. And then like the end of the movie was just so stupid. I think I told you what happened at the end of it.
No.
I didn't?
No.
So early on in the movie, it's set up where they're playing Truth or Dare before like everything starts going bad. And they're just like playing. And then one guy asked her, like, truth there? She's like, truth. She's like, all right, if aliens came down and invaded the planet and they tell you that you have to either kill all your friends or kill all of Mexico, what would you do? And she's like, well, I'd kill you guys. They're like, you kill us? She's like, well, I'm not going to kill millions of people. Yeah, I'm going to let you guys die. And then it was just throwaway thing. I'm like, whatever. So at the end of the movie, anytime you ask someone to play Truth or Dare, you want to play Truth or Dare, and they, acknowledge it, that means they're in the game. Right? So if you just ask them, they're basically put in the game. So at the end of the movie, it comes down to the two girls, okay? And the demon's there, and she ends up... There's like this twist where she tricks the demon into having to play. And you're like, oh shit, and the demon's like, truth. And she's like, well, how can we win the game? And he goes, you can't. The only way it ends is if you both just die. And you're like, oh, fuck, that sucks. So then she's like, well, I have an idea. And her friend's like, what are you going to do? And she goes on her YouTube channel. And just like goes on our YouTube channel, just talking. She's like, we're playing this game, and this is what happened. His demon took over. So I just have one question for all of you: truth or dare? So like, she asked the entire world to play, and then her friend's like, well, why would you do that? And she's like, well, because I chose you over like the millions of people. I was like, this is so stupid.
It doesn't make any sense.
It was so dumb. She basically chose everyone else, so they would all have to go before they did again, so that she should just live longer.
This is dumb.
It was so stupid.
That sounds really dumb.
That sounds really dumb.
I wasn't interested in the movie before. Now I kind of want to like find every copy of it and burn it.
I feel like they were like, it'll be such a cool twist ending. I'm like, that was the cheesiest, stupidest fucking thing ever.
It sounds like an 8th grader wrote it.
I think it did. I think it did.
Whenever it's like a knee jerk, it sounds like. A type of the concept for it sounds like something where you knee jerk be like, oh yeah, that sounds interesting, but then you think about it, you're like, that's really fucking unexciting.
But they forgot that part. Someone was like, what can we do? What if truth or dare and then you die? Make it a movie. Go. Here's $20 million. Make it now.
It's just Netflix producing it.
Yeah, probably.
Netflix fucking produces.
Netflix
anything.
Will make anything.
Anything.
All right, so that's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope.
Oh, well, I guess we should take a break and then come back, right? Isn't that what we do here?
Nope.
So
we could pause this for a few minutes, save it, and then come back. But we're not gonna take a break. We're gonna keep talking.
Why aren't we taking a break?
I mean, we're gonna stop it. We just won't be recording anymore.
Oh, okay. So we're not going to a commercial.
No, we're going to keep talking, and then we're going to pick up in the middle of a sentence.
You're the fucking boss, aren't you?
Yep.
All right. Now let me ask you this question. You've only seen the first Infinity War trailer, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why'd you say it like that?
Yes.
You're just being a dick.
Yes.
Now, do you remember Hawkeye in the trailer?
Dude, that's what everyone's talking about. There's no Hawkeye in the trailer or on the poster. Okay, Hawkeye's dead.
Well, what if he just went back to retirement and he's just not in it?
I guess that makes sense.
He specifically said in Civil War he was retired.
It's true, I guess.
And he was doing stuff and he had to come out to help. You think he would come out to stop Thanos, the biggest threat ever, but maybe he's like, nah, I'm just going to sit this one out.
I'm going to take a nap, guys.
Yeah. You could just be retired.
Dude, I saw a funny meme online that showed that the Infinity War was just gonna be like the end of Force Awakens, where they have to find Hawkeye.
That's funny.
They find him on an island and they have to hand him his bow.
That's really funny. I hope that's what happens. That'd be spectacular. That'd be the greatest thing that could ever happen, actually.
All right, where are my notes here?
So
what are we gonna talk about today?
We're gonna talk about Captain America: Civil War, which is the third to last stop on our Marvel movie marathon. Before this, though, we already we skipped over Doctor Strangelove or Doctor Strange because we reviewed it before.
Yeah, so go look for it.
Should we put our ranking of that or do them both at the same time?
Oh, let's put our ranking of that in, though.
Okay. So we'll do that.
This is going to get confusing.
And then we'll also talk about the Infinity Stone update after that, too.
All right. Hear that? Oh, fuck. Who's going first?
I'll go first because you need to think. Okay. So number 1, I have Guardians of the Galaxy with 10 Sparkle Dogs. Number 2, I have The Avengers. Number 3, I have Captain America: The First Avenger. Number 4, I have Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 5, I have Avengers: Age of Ultron with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 6, I have Thor: The Dark World with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 7, I have Thor with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 8, I have Iron Man 2 with 8 Sparkle Dogs. Number 9, I have Iron Man with 8 Sparkle Dogs. Number 10, I have the Incredible Hulk with 8 Sparkle Dogs. And number 11, I have Doctor Strange with 7 Sparkle Dogs. And number 12, I have Ant-Man with 7 Sparkle Dogs. I'm not supposed to say the same ones over, but and then number
fucked up.
Yeah, I did. And number 13, I have Captain America: The Winter Soldier with 7 Sparkle Dogs. Number 14, I have Black Panther with 5 Sparkle Dogs. And number 15, I have Iron Man 3 with 3 Sparkle Dogs. Do you have a pen to write down where you're putting this one, or are you just going to remember?
I'm not going to remember.
That's unfortunate. That's a guarantee. You just made a guarantee. That's what you just did.
All right, I'm going to start talking while we do this. So for me, I have Guardians at number 1. I have that's the first Guardians at number 1 with 10 Sparkle Dogs.
Excellent.
Captain America: The First Avenger at number 2. Number 3 is going to be the second volume of Guardians.
Bulgaria.
Number 4 is the... Oh, wait, that was with 9 Sparkle Dogs, by the way. Number 4 is the Avengers with the same amount.
You're good at this.
Number 5 is Iron Man. Number 6 is the Incredible Hulk with 8 Sparkle Dogs. Number 7 is Black Panther. 8, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. 9, Age of Ultron. 10 is Doctor Strange.
You did it.
With 8 Sparkle Dogs. Number 11 is Thor. This is where I might get confused. Number 11 is Thor with 7 Sparkle Dogs. Number 12 is Iron Man 2. Number 13 is Ant-Man with 6 Sparkle Dogs. Number 14 is Iron Man 3 with 5 Sparkle Dogs. And number 15 is Thor: The Dark World with 4 Sparkle Dogs.
You did it. You did it at a very low volume, but you did it.
Nah, it's fine.
Why do you talk so low, Gable?
I don't know.
All right, you did it. And then you're going to write it down so you remember this, right? It's vital. It's vital for our existence. It's quite vital indeed. How's it looking? Did you figure it all?
Done.
You did it?
You put yours on there? You know what's going on?
I already have mine on there. I came prepared.
Where is it? I don't see it.
It's not on yours, it's on mine, so yours is spoiler free.
Oh no, you tricked me. Is this true?
Yeah.
Man, it is. I saw a 16 on there.
I give you a non-updated one when I give you yours.
Alright. So now what? What do we do now?
Now it's time to start Captain America: Civil War. We need to go over the Infinity Stones first.
I thought we'd go over that after.
I mean, we also do
yeah, because I guess Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Alright, so in space...
Let's just say right now nothing changes after this one, so we're not doing it again. Okay. There is no change in Civil War. We'll just start off with that right now. There's no change.
So, in the space stone, the space stone is found in the Tesseract, which is currently on Asgard.
Yeah. The Mind Stone is currently on Vision's forehead.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Dude, another meme I saw was Vision. Thanos was looking for Vision, and Vision's just wearing a hat, so he can't see the
That's pretty funny.
The reality gem is inside the Aether, which is currently in possession of the Collector because he's a legitimate
I trust him with $100.
Whatever. I trust him with nothing.
The Power Stone is in a orb, and currently in the possession of Nova Corps on Xandar in the Nova Corps headquarters.
Oh,
here we go, the big one.
The Time Stone is in the pudding.
It's in the pudding.
It's in the pudding.
It's in the pudding.
It's in the Eye of Agamotto, which is in the New York Sanctum on Earth.
which for some reason wasn't destroyed, but they could still invade. I don't know. Or he could, whatever.
Good job, team.
That makes sense.
Maybe it was destroyed.
It wasn't.
Who the fuck knows?
If it was, they just neglected it. It was a deleted scene.
It was a deleted.
They're like, this isn't important, right? And they're like, no one cares.
Deleted scene.
Now, after all this hubbub, we're going to get to Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, but what's all the hubbub?
All the hubbub is a synopsis, which is the political pressure mounts to install a system of accountability when the actions of the Avengers lead to collateral damage. The new status quo deeply divides members of the team. Captain America believes superheroes should remain free to defend humanity without government interference. Iron Man sharply disagrees and supports oversight. As the debate escalates into an all-out feud, everyone must pick a side. In the synopsis, it said, like, Black Widow and one other person must pick a side. I'm like, that's not what happened.
Yeah,
It's like, whatever.
I think we... leading off here, I think we should address the elephant in the room.
What's poop?
What?
Oh, I see.
The elephant in the room is the opposing side's mindset for the entire movie.
All right, are we ready? Are you ready to listen for a long time?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I'm gonna start yelling.
I just ask for my opinion every now and then.
Okay.
I'll throw my 2 cents in.
Well, I'll pause. You can
Why
just jump in.
Why do you throw 2 cents in? Is it like one of those change windows where you like have to go by and
like pay a toll to talk?
Yeah, like a toll.
You gotta pay a toll to talk. Yeah.
Do you ever go by the ones that don't have a person? You have to like throw the change in. Dude, I was stuck at one the other day, and I was like digging under my seats because I didn't know it was going to be there, and I'm digging under my seats for fucking coins to fucking make it through. Luckily, I was able to scrape up enough quarters.
Yeah. What if you don't?
Dude, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what do I do?
I'm pretty sure there's some where you just like you tell them you can't pay, and you have to send it in.
Yeah, but there was no one there, Dave.
A certain amount of time. But I think if you just would have read, I think there's something you can press or something.
Can they just?
Well, they can't just be like, all right, turn around now and somehow get over the median and go home. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they need a plan for this.
Maybe there's a number you're supposed to call. I don't know. But there's got to be a way around it.
Yeah.
There's got to be, because otherwise, like, you're just going to sit there.
That really mind fucks me.
Yeah.
So anyway, you toss your 2 cents in every once in a while. So
okay.
So talk about the mindset of the Iron Man and company.
Well, first, I mean, I have to get into this with the certain part of the movie where it comes up the most.
All right, you didn't have to be a dick about it.
I'm just saying. Well, it starts off for me with this scene with Charlie's mommy. You remember Charlie's mommy, the African American woman, who says that Stark murdered him. Stark murdered her son.
No, he didn't.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, fuck her. The Avengers didn't murder her fucking son. They just couldn't save him because they weren't able to save every single person in Sokovia, even though they were all willing to die to try, but whatever.
That's where he died at, right? Sokovia?
Yeah.
For some reason, I remember it being the fucking building from the beginning of the movie.
Oh, really?
I mean, you're probably right.
Well, yeah, he even mentions later that he went to Sokovia. Like, Stark even says it. But okay, she's a grieving mom, right? She wants someone to blame, so whatever. And I mean, she's clearly wrong, but like, I get why she would do that.
Yeah, she's grieving and wants to blame someone.
Yeah, so no, I mean, I'm going to play both sides of the coin here. I mean, I get that.
Dude, I even wrote that fucking down. We're on the same beat here. We're on the same beat.
So like, I mean, it's quite obvious she's clearly wrong, but you know why she's doing it. So then the TV comes on, which is blaming Wanda and the Avengers for the people that died in the explosion in the opening sequence.
She did kind of fuck up.
Or you could blame the guy that blew up and caused it.
Yeah, I mean,
there's that. You could kind of blame the guy that actually caused it.
He would have blew up and just killed Steve, and now he blew up inside of a building where a bunch of people died.
Or all the people around Steve that were there in the crowd there. Or you could also mention the bioweapon they stopped from going off and killing millions of people. That was conveniently left out, which is just stupid. Which all leads to the main plot of the movie. So before I get into this, let me just say that I thought it was really, really cool they brought Ross back. Just because I like whenever they bring an established character in, because they could have just introduced some new politician or some shit and been like, all right, this is what he's going to do. So I did like they brought Ross back.
I think they fucked up with him in a way, though. Well, not specifically him. But.
I think it was stupid to have him in the part that he was. And I'll get to that, too. I have something about him in here, too, for that.
Oh, interesting.
So the government wants to control the Avengers, right? Because all these people dying is their fault because they are unconcerned with what they leave behind, okay? When doing the superhero stuff. So the Ross scene is infuriating to me, the entire scene with Ross. Every single occasion that is shown on that TV, where they says they caused these deaths because they were just unconcerned with it, they saved countless lives. They saved the fucking whole world twice, right? They saved the entire world twice in this. And it doesn't piss me off that the government's trying to do this. It pisses me off that any fucking superhero would agree to it is completely fucking retarded.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
I wish that they would have kind of pushed more of a political agenda in the movie to kind of make it make more sense. And kind of show them manipulating. Manipulating.
Your Drax.
But I wish they would have shown them manipulating the fucking characters. Like Tony was kind of manipulated by his emotions with that chick. So that kind of makes sense. He kind of felt guilty. He's felt guilty for other things that were... he takes responsibility for shit.
Yeah.
So in a way, it kind of makes sense that he would step up and be like, "Well, we fucked up. We need to fix this."
And I get that.
Yeah, but the rest of them doesn't really. They don't really have motives.
But even him, when it gets to a point, you're like, "Really, dude?" Mm-hmm. Like, there is no argument whatsoever for Cap's line where he says, "What happens when they send us somewhere we shouldn't go and don't send us somewhere we need to go?" There's no argument for that.
Yeah,
the end.
I agree.
No argument for that. And the only valid point, as I just mentioned, is that someone can make the point that, the plot's realistic because the government would do it, which I agree with, but I'm just so annoyed that any superhero goes along with it. Here's the thing. So you're going to trust this corrupt government that had Hydra operating in S.H.I.E.L.D. for decades, fucking assassinating people, and who was delivering this to you? Fucking Ross, the guy that was fucking crazy, trying to capture the Hulk and use him as a fucking government weapon. And everyone's like, okay, sure, let's do it. Like, it's just so fucking dumb. And this is the main plot of the fucking movie.
Yeah, they kind of shoehorned him in there.
Like, I like that he's in it, but the fact that you're using him for this, every single person should be like, dude, no.
Do you think they're going to Red Hulk him? Because he's supposed to be... That character is supposed to be Red Hulk.
That's what I heard. That could be why they brought him back, which would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Do you think they would do it in the Avengers movies? Because I don't know that they even want to do Hulk movies anymore, it seems.
I mean, they would have to do it in the Avenger movies, I would imagine, because they don't want to pay Universal that money to make a Hulk movie. They don't. It's just not how Disney works. Disney's like like how you tell me about the WWE, how they're petty about shit. Like that. These big companies are really petty about bullshit like that.
No, they are. Like, there's some things you read about the Marvel stuff and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but And another little thing that I think is really funny is, so the government wants to take Thor, who's a fucking god from another planet, and be like, you need to do what we say.
It doesn't make any sense.
Like, really? Come on now.
Technically, he's more of an alien.
Well, yeah, but in their eyes, he's a god.
Thor.
He's clearly... He's not more of an alien, he is a fucking alien.
Yeah,
so
this is true.
So not only... is the entire movie the heroes fighting each other, which we all know that Dave hates. That's already an issue for Dave, is when the heroes are fighting each other. It's for the stupidest reason of all time to compile on top of that. So it's just such a very, very bad sticking point for Dave for this movie. The main point of the whole movie is just so stupid in my eyes. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean... It was such a popular storyline it's understandable that they would want to use it.
See, I agree with that. I completely agree with that.
But it's just such a hard storyline to make.
And this is the thing. Did you read it? The Civil War? Okay. I can't speak to the comic because I didn't read it. So for all I know, it was done better in the comic to not seem like the heroes are retarded for doing it.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
The coolest thing wasn't even the story itself.
Was it that Captain America died at the end? Because that was a big deal when it happened.
Yeah,
getting killed.
Yeah, I mean, because there was just tons of stories that branched off from that, obviously. But the cool shit was just seeing like how the characters were. There's a point where Goliath dies, and once that happens, to see all the characters kind of start swapping sides, and you see how small things like this are taking a toll on one group or another, like the Fantastic Four. Sue and Reed are like breaking up. Sue leaves Reed. Smaller stories that are branching out from it is kind of what made it so big. Well, I would assume made it so big. Because everyone's you get to see all these different ways of how they're all affected.
Yeah,
now,
see, like...
if you make a whole movie about the main plot...
You're missing out on all the little things that made it cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you're basically saying it was a stupid idea to put this plot into just one movie.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's stupid, but it's just it's hard to make work. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, or like we're saying, it's such a I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's kind of, I don't know, it's dumb.
Well, what I think is funny is when this movie came out, I found myself defending against a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know if it just wasn't well received, but when I watched, I was like, no, it was really good. And a lot of people were pissed that no one died, which I get, because you're taking a story, and one of the things that a lot of people remember from the story is fucking Captain America dies at the end. And then you kill no one. And I get why they killed no one. I don't have an issue that they killed no one because it's leading to a bigger event where it'll mean more. I just don't think they should have done the fucking story.
Yeah,
I just think they should have done it. If they were gonna do it, they should have done it after Infinity War and made it more of an arc than just one main plot in one movie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's such the motive behind like the story itself. Like I'm saying, is so hard to not see the flaw in. That whenever you're being blinded by the split up of Sue and Reed, or Tony giving fucking Spider-Man a Iron Spider suit, and there's all these other cool things that are happening around it, you kind of forget that there's this nonsensical thing happening in the middle, and you're seeing all this cool stuff happen.
And you don't have any of that.
Now, do I think this movie was bad? Not at all. I love this movie.
Yeah.
You're gonna be. I mean, you won't be surprised with my rating, but you'll. It's gonna be above. It's gonna be above Age of Ultron. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm still not sure where yet, but. I mean, it's one of my favorite Marvel movies, and it's just like we're saying, it's a hard story to. It's a hard plot to. Not find flaws in.
That's the problem. Like, I wanted to make it higher, but as I sit here and think about it, I'm like, dude, the main story was dumb. Like, it's like I don't know how I can take a movie. And I wanted to make it higher so bad because I really like the movie, but it's like, how can I? I'm like, I don't know how I can make it higher whenever I'm just sitting here and like, dude, what a stupid idea.
Everything with the exception of that one major flaw is just.
Yeah, I had another decently big issue with the movie, but it wasn't as big of a deal because Zemu was so fucking pointless anyway. But so I have some ranting about him.
Do you call him Zemu?
Yeah, I thought it'd be funny. I knew he was Zemu. I put Zemu in here. So I thought the opening tease with the car wreck was great in the beginning, like how it's set up perfectly for later, without revealing. I think it starts off with with Bucky wrecking the car and fucking stealing that shit. You watched the movie, right?
You wrecking the car.
Well, yeah, his fucking parents were in. It's the very opening scene.
Oh, yeah, dude, I completely forgot about that part.
Did you really?
Whenever you said opening scene, I'm like, well, wasn't where Falcon and everyone else fight crossbones? I forgot about that scene.
Yeah, and like what I loved about it was they show him holding that stuff that he took out of the car at the end. That kind of takes the focus away of you wondering who died, because you're like, whatever. And then you see that, and you even forget that it's a thing where these two people, or someone died in the car, you don't know who it is. I thought it was done really well, so you're not kind of wondering who it was, so it didn't give it away before it happened.
Yeah, even before the end of the movie, they revisit it to that super soldier stuff.
Yeah.
And they remind you that this happened. That way, like, you're not completely, like, forgotten about it by the beginning to the end of the movie. There's a middle connecting piece there, so you don't forget.
Scarlet Witch is really hot in this movie.
There are there are a bunch of little lines of dialogue that help a lot of things make sense. I don't know if you noticed them as much. I told you to look out for them, but really. Peggy talking was a specific example. They explain why Steve didn't know that it was Peggy Sharon.
That she wasn't related to Peggy, you mean?
Peggy. That she wasn't related to Peggy.
Yeah.
Like she says she doesn't tell people that she's related to Peggy because the big shoes to fill, and they don't want. She doesn't want people to be like disappointed or have their expectations higher, or
Did you just poop yourself?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. I thought I had more points written down, but I didn't. Widow points out the political train is political train is hers, and Tony's opinion are different and side with the government. I mean, something got auto-corrected here, and I'm confused. There's like one word throwing me off. That's why I'm rereading this. I don't know. You talk.
The opening sequence definitely showed the shaky cam and quick edits improved and would be a minimal issue in this movie, which was great for me. That really made me happy. I really liked when Wanda sucked all the gas out of the building. I thought it was a really cool and unique use of her powers to do that. Wait, what? Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I figured it out.
All right.
All right. So like Widow, like it does say there's like a political train that they're trying to work around where there is this media portraying them in an awful way, and that kind of helps push the Avengers, the ones that are with Tony, in that direction, is because for self-image purposes, they're like all we have to do is sign this and we're cool with the government again. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I guess.
I mean, it makes sense that why they're... No?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's like a lot to give up just to people like hey, look, they're good guys. You're like giving away like so much power to the government where you're just going to let the world end.
Yeah, I mean, that's how politics works sometimes. Is you're just kind of forced by the public eye to go, like, to agree with something, or... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see shit like that in politics a lot.
Yeah, I don't think the superheroes should be concerned with that shit, though. That's the whole thing. They shouldn't even give a fuck about the politics of it. They should just be about, like Captain America says, like, just doing what's right and saving people. And
that's why there's two different sides.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see why, like, the politics of it would make them want to join it. Like, just improve their self-image is all.
I think to them, to the people who did sign it, really didn't matter, though. That's why they were on that side.
It didn't matter what you mean. What didn't?
It didn't matter if the government knew their identity or not. They were more concerned about a public a feeling of safeness to the general public.
Yeah.
And if there's all this shit happening and the media is blaming the Avengers for it, then it's kind of creating an unease with the citizens of the town.
Yeah.
I mean, are you following this at all? Or
I get what you're saying. I just don't agree with it.
I mean, like we've been saying the whole time, it's such a hard thing to make work. They really fucking tried to in this movie.
They did. What part are you on? I still have some opening. Well, not opening, but before the explosion stuff.
I have the Vision is a smooth fucking talker.
Yeah.
You generally can't tell women that they're a threat to the general public without them getting mad to you, and he did.
I like how he goes. People don't. What did he say? He was like, people aren't scared of you or something. She's like, oh, thanks. He's like, no, they can't help it. They can't help but fear you. I'm like, that's not very complimentary at all. I was like, but I like the explosion. Whenever she contained the force of the explosion, you kind of fucking see Crossbones like just screaming and burning with it around him. Those look really cool. Whenever she like floated them up there. I think Marvel is getting really turned on by the de-aging effect. This is like the third time we've seen it in like 4 movies with Stark in it, which I'm not complaining because it looks great. It's just an observation.
Let's see. What all they did?
They did an Ant-Man. They did it in Guardians 2.
Dude, I still didn't even notice the Ant-Man one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it in Guardians 2. They did it in Ant-Man. They did it in this one. I thought there might have been a 4th one too. I know they did it at least 3 times recently. But they're really liking that.
I think we even talked about this. The Ant-Man one had to have been subtle or something. I don't remember it at all.
I thought he looked
Michael Douglas, you said, right?
Yeah, I thought he definitely looked clearly younger.
I don't know. Maybe I don't watch that much shit with Michael Douglas in it.
Well, I just was comparing to like later. Whenever
and there's
Leia.
Hey, and there's Leia.
Oh, yeah.
What is the thing? It's just Disney in general, I guess.
Disney likes to de-age people, maybe? Mm-hmm. Well, I guess they didn't de-age what's his name, but they made him look silly because he wasn't alive anymore, that one dude. Back to this. I don't
have anything till they meet Spider-Man, by the way.
Okay. I'm not a fan of Stark and Pepper not being together. That kind of bums me out. Especially after all the time they spent on their relationships in all the previous movies.
It kind of seems important.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a thing where like she's just not signed on to do anymore. So they're kind of just writing her out. I don't know.
Yeah, she was in negotiations.
Yeah, I don't know if she's... Is she... I don't know. Do you know if she's in Infinity War? If you've read if she's even in it or not?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So that kind of bummed me out. But speaking of Spider-Man, we need to keep an eye out in this Spider-Man Homecoming. If there's any mention at all of these Accords. Because he's a superhero now, too, and he's in the public eye in that movie. If anyone even mentions it or it comes up, you know what I mean? I have a feeling like they're just like not even going to, like, it's not even going to be a thing. They're just going to, like, not... I hope they do. I think it would be dumb if they didn't, but...
Spider-Man's the only movie that takes place on Earth after.
Thor's after, yeah, so I'm curious if there's any mention of it in this one. I mean, because it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't hear it in this one, we'll definitely, like, I definitely think we'll see it at the beginning, especially since it's the same directors.
Yeah. Was there anything about it in Black Panther?
That was on Earth, huh? No.
Yeah, really. I don't know. They should be, like, at least bringing it up or something. Yeah, obviously it won't be in Ragnarok. Speaking of Black Panther, I really liked T'Challa in the movie. I thought he had a pretty great arc with his, like, being consumed with vengeance and just being like, yeah, I'm done with this. I liked him in the movie. I thought he was pretty cool.
Yeah, it came to I was content with the resolution to his story in this one.
I liked the fight in the apartment. I thought it was pretty cool. I like the move where a grenade goes and he simply puts his fucking shield on top. That was cool.
Dude, the only thing I could think of whenever that happened, though, is like, what if he cut his fingernails that day and he couldn't pick it back up? That's all I could think of.
Fingernails.
You know what I mean? Like,
he hit the magnet. And it would suck through his arm. Gotcha. He's playing. He doesn't have to cut his nails. Dude, I really laughed whenever the one part where Bucky almost lets the guy fall to his death and Cap's like, come on, man. And he has to, like, save him. I thought that was really funny. I love the stuff on the highway, the shots where the three guys are fucking running in the tunnel, like, past the cars because they're so fast. I thought that was really cool looking. And I don't know if you noticed, this shot was really fucking cool. It's close to the end of the highway sequence when Bucky throws the little bomb onto the overpass and starts collecting, and Cap slides his car, and as it's sliding really fast, he fucking jumps out the door and just takes off running. It was really fucking cool looking.
Like, yeah, I do remember that.
Let's see what else. I don't know if I have. What did you say you have up to when Spider-Man shows up when they go to get him in the fight?
Yeah. Whenever. Yeah, I mean it's just a quick comment on how I really like his introduction into the Marvel universe, because this is, as everyone remembers, the first time we saw him in the Marvel movies. I think there was a great way of Peter talking about the whole classic "with great power comes great responsibility" thing, without actually saying it. He kind of explains it really well in that scene.
Oh yeah. I think the best thing they did in the entire movie was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, his introduction was fucking great. Everything they did with him the whole movie I thought was great.
He's such a crucial character to Marvel's gallery there, that it's such a satisfying thing to see him partake in the movies.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was really pumped when they heard he was going to be in it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Do you think they were filming already before any deals went through?
Filming the movie? I thought I read they were.
Okay.
But, I mean, I can't say for sure. But I like when they brought all the guys in after they arrested them on the highway. And they take Falcon's suit and he's like, I don't want to see anyone flying around in my suit out there. And I'm like, the suit that you stole from the government? And you just yoinked. I think that's kind of funny. I thought the part where Stark talks about how he trashed all his suits and just ends up going back to being a superhero because he likes it just pointed out even more why Iron Man 3 was so useless and didn't matter at all.
Yeah. Can we just erase that one? Is there anything that crucial in it?
I don't know that if it didn't happen, would anything have changed?
It's
him and Pepper were together before it, right?
What?
Him and Pepper were together at the end of 2. They got together in 2. So, no, nothing would have changed.
Yeah, it was the only thing that you really get out of that one that's really crucial. Well, I wouldn't even know. Crucial is a loose word, I guess. Is just relationship building between Pepper and Tony. Like, that's the one where he throws the suit on her whenever, like the
the only thing in it is definitely stuff with him and Pepper, but I guess it was just stuff that kind of brought them closer together by the end.
Yeah, I mean,
and they're not together now, so it's
it wasn't like any cemented stuff though.
No. So I want to discuss Zemo. Because from the first time I saw the movie, I just thought he was just completely pointless in this movie. Mm-hmm. He already has such a small role as it is. Like, he could have really not been in the movie and it made no difference whatsoever. Like, Crossbones could have framed Bucky just because he's a dick and he hates Captain America anyway.
Hey, dick.
And I wish they would have gave Crossbones more because he was kind of cool in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, they could have found out Bucky killed his parents any number of ways.
Dude, I told you this, but that game I was talking about, Crossbones, he's like one of the first characters you get, or at least I got. His biggest move, which is probably one of the best moves in the game, is him blowing up.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. That's really funny.
So funny.
It's all I really did in the movie, so...
Dude, it takes away like half the life from like everyone on the other side of the field. It's so great.
So it's a good guy to have for the...
oh, yeah.
Yeah. The thing about him, too, is like he's such a like stereotypical, like, twirl your mustache, I got a super convoluted plan villain.
Yeah.
Like, dude, his plan is to hope the government starts these accords, right? Frame Bucky and hope he gets caught. Hope he gets taken to the right place. Mm-hmm. Hope the bomb gets delivered and goes off without a hitch. Hope that Cap and Bucky can escape. Any of these things can go wrong at any point.
Yeah.
And then hope that they figure out where they need to go in the ice place. Is that Antarctica? I think it was, or is that...
I don't know.
They need to hope they go there, and then hope Stark follows them too. And I'm like, I just wish he wouldn't have been in it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, did they think they just needed to have a villain?
Yeah, and I think they wanted to have someone who was big, but like wouldn't be like missed if they took him away from future films. And Zemo is kind of on that level.
Yeah,
they could do that. His plan's definitely one of those plans that like
you're like any times like.
Although it keeps the movie kind of like going at the same time, it's not if you were to ask me before I watch this movie, so. What's Zemo's plan before you watch the movie? Can you remember? And I'd be like, I can't even explain it to you. Yeah,
it's something where like if the events just kind of went down and happened without it being his like master plan to like orchestrate, it probably would have been better off to seem more like natural in his flow.
Dude, there's surprisingly a lot of movies where the villain's like that, where you're just like, I don't even remember what they were doing during the movie.
Yeah. I never realized how really powerful Wanda is until she's fucking controlling the stone in his head. Like, the one part, she just uses her power to control the stone. I'm like, holy shit. Dude. And then she puts him through, like, fucking 80 floors.
Are you aware of the event that took place around Wanda in the comics?
No.
There was one called House of M. And this is where she's like, I can't remember what the reason she was so distraught was. I think it's something about her kids dying, something like that. Well, anyway, she's so upset that she literally just thinks like the entire reality differently, where the mutants have flipped with everything else,
and everything just switches.
She just changes all of reality, just with a snap of a finger.
I like that they showed just how like her fucking powerful she is. To the airport sequence, I think all Falcon and Bucky's exchanges and moments are really funny. Like, a lot of stuff with them, too, I thought was really good.
Dude, the fucking scene where they're sitting... Steve's talking to Sharon after they got all the...
And he looks back and they're just, like, smiling.
Oh, that, too, but whenever Bucky's like, can you move your chair back or move your chair up? And he's just like, no.
Yeah, it's really funny.
They're funny together. They have really funny chemistry.
And whenever they're laying there, because Spider has some track, he's like, couldn't you have started off that? He's just like, I hate you. That was really funny. They had a lot of good moments. And I think Ant-Man was really funny in this, too. I thought he was used perfectly because everything he said's hilarious and he's not fucking ruining serious moments.
Yeah.
I think Ant-Man's at his best when he's kind of a side character, kind of like.
I agree. It's just it's the movie, the full Ant-Man feature just was kind of too much of the same joke.
Yeah.
Whereas you're throwing this joke in with other serious, this Joker in with other serious characters, and it kind of works better. Kind of like they're like Deadpool when he was in the X-Force. You got like Wolverine and like Archangel, who's like Angel, but like he's like half possessed by Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You have these serious characters, and then you have Deadpool talking about like dicks and farts over there, and it's so
the
funny.
comic relief. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the like it's the perfect amount of comedy that just it makes everything the chemistry perfect.
Yeah, he just said a lot of like, dude, whenever he picks up the shield and gives us the Captain America, he's like, I believe this is yours, Captain America. Like it was so fucking funny.
Yeah, I agree.
I heard the word gimmick. I think Falcon said it. Did you catch it? He said everyone has a gimmick now.
He did.
I was like, Gable loves gimmick.
I love that word.
Dude, I think the entire airport sequence, obviously with the exception that it's the friends fighting, which I hate, but dude, the whole thing is done perfectly. It's great.
The fight's so well.
Oh, it's so well done.
It's a good sign because most people would be worried about trying to put all the fucking Avengers in one movie like Infinity War, and this airport scene's like a nice demonstration of them being able to have all the heroes work side by side without forgetting about one. So it's a really good example of what we'll probably.
But I also think Infinity War is going to be the type of thing where there's a lot of different stories going on at once.
Yeah,
and then kind of bring them together at the end.
Ant-Man. Let's go back to Ant-Man for a second in the fight scene itself. So I think you're the one who brought this up to me. Why giants walk so slow?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have like.
Because I thought this again as I watched it.
A real life example. When we were down in Disney, there's this like safari ride in Animal Kingdom with giraffes, and there's like this baby giraffe. It's a baby, but it's still fucking pretty tall. And I'm watching this thing run, and I'm like, this thing is running fast, but at the same time it looks like it's going slow as fuck because of how long its legs are, and it just takes longer for it to go, like all its arms to go that distance.
Yeah.
So I think it holds up. I think.
You think it just look, dude? The one part he literally does this when he presses the button. He goes. Like, it's so slow and he's just pressing the button like everything they do.
I mean, I can't...
It's so weird. I can't
there's no way to test it.
You think I know we'd have to be ants.
But like I said with the giraffe looked like it was running slow, but I'm watching it run across this field at a very fast pace.
What if you're on drugs? Were you on drugs?
Maybe.
Dude. I wish we could be an ant and just see how we look.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see what we look like.
Wait. An ant between how we look would be different, though. You know what I mean? Like, you could drop an ant off a building, and it could be fine because of how little weight goes towards the ant.
Yeah, but I just want the ant just to observe us because we're big and we're moving to see what we look like if we look like we're moving slow.
I don't think we would move slow is what I'm saying to an ant. Now, it's a mass thing.
You're blowing my mind.
And plus... Okay, so there's these...
A mass thing? What are you talking about?
Mass, like weight
but what do you mean it's a mass thing?
Okay, so here, there's these... I can't think of what they're called. They're like...
You're going to make Bill Nye look like a bitch with all
these weird fucking, like, bugs, right? But they're like the smallest insects that aren't considered microorganisms. They actually swim through the air because of how light they are.
Okay.
Now, think about us being blown up. And having more weight to push against through the air. There's more resistance. Everything goes slower.
I see what you're saying. But I feel like it has to be much more of a difference. Like, I get what you're saying between an ant and us. That's a big difference. Like, I mean, he's bigger, but he's not like that much bigger than them. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's... I think your comparison... I can't talk about Ant-Man any further. We just won't know. But I don't think it translates to an ant looking at us.
Yeah, because it's so much bigger of a difference.
Yeah.
It'd be like a baby with the Big Show.
Yeah.
Kinda. A very small baby hanging out with the Big Show or Andre the Giant.
I don't think it's a ratio. I think it's just because we're... Dude, I can't do this. It's
like I'm done with science.
I can only think about it for so long until I get bored and angry.
Wait, what were we talking about? Civil War.
Who the fuck knows?
Hey, we're talking about Civil War.
That was the last of my notes. Is that giraffe, by the way?
Oh yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, you had a giraffe in your... Oh, because you thought about it. Because I was like, why'd you put that in your notes?
Dude, when we're in Disney, I'm watching the giraffe run. I'm like, I need to write this down so I could talk to Dave about it.
This is a perfect opportunity to bring it up.
Yes.
Let's see. The big ocean prison. Hey, look, it's a bunch of heroes that save the world, but they don't agree with the government, so they're in prison now. That's cool. The reveal of Bucky killing Stark's parents was great and very well done, I thought. I loved it. Mm-hmm. I didn't predict it at all the first time I saw the movie. It was like a holy shit moment. It's not as much as a holy shit moment now as like maybe when you find out the fucking Star-Lord's dad killed his mom. After you know about this, it's not as big of a deal. But the first time it was really, really cool.
Oh, you just reminded me of that.
Oh yeah, that was great.
You can watch it so many times over. Like, it's still like a oh shit moment.
Yeah, it's very well done. They find that Zemu killed all the superheroes or super soldiers.
Zemu.
I mean, as opposed to, I guess, having Stark and Cap fight and then have the soldiers kill the leftovers, you could have done that, but I guess I don't know why he killed them. That made no sense to me. One shot in the end, you're probably know what I'm talking about, where Cap and Bucky are both fighting Stark at the same time and the camera is just still and doesn't cut, and they're just fucking going.
Yeah.
So fucking cool looking.
It's intense.
Dude, and I love it because it's like, it's so easy to film a fight scene in pieces. Do 2 moves, cut. Do 1 move, cut. These motherfuckers had all this figured out and choreographed and did all this shit without fucking it up. That's so hard to do. It was just so cool looking. And my favorite moment in the entire movie happens in this fight at the end. I love it so much. It's a callback to the first Captain America, where Stark tells Cap to stay down, and he gets up and puts his fist up. He's like, I can do this all day. Like, exactly like in the first movie. I fucking love that. You remember that when the bully did that to him in the first Captain America? It was line for line from the first Captain America movie, where the bully's like, stay down, and he gets up and he's like, I can do this all day.
Dude.
There's the exact same line in it.
Fuck.
Dude, I get like...
Did you read that somewhere?
No. The first time I saw the movie, it gave me chills when it happened. I was like, that's so fucking cool.
How did you catch that? That's amazing.
Well, to me, it just stands out because it's the way he did it. Because I remember in the first Captain America that moment, and he just stands up like that, and he's like, I can do this all day. I was like, dude, it was so... That's my favorite moment
That's
in the movie.
Awesome.
It was really cool.
I never noticed that.
I can't believe you didn't notice it.
I love shit like that, too.
Oh, it was so great. It was just such a perfect, like, spot for that, too. It was just so fucking well done. I think that's all about all I have.
My last, I didn't have notes on this, but we kind of, I think, talked about, we kind of dabbled around, bounced around.
We dabbled it.
We smacked this idea around.
Yeah, we cut the cheese with it.
How this holds up as like actually like a Captain America movie though. You know what I mean?
It's really... even when it came out, everyone's joke was just like, this is Avengers 3.
Yeah, I mean, it still really seems like that. It just... I mean, it concerns me because I really enjoy when there's a solid trilogy.
Yeah.
And it just... With all the Marvel movies, that's probably what I like least about them, is that the trilogies don't stick together very well. Like the Thor trilogy. It's basically 2 movies and a third movie.
Yeah. It's a good point.
The Iron Man movie. There's basically the first 2 movies, and then the black sheep of the family.
You're making very good points I never thought of.
And but the best thing about the Captain America trilogy is that the first 2 movies are solid, and the third movie is just like holy fuck Avengers.
Yeah,
that's the best thing about it.
The thing is, I mean, it definitely is. If you had to say, like, you know, whose movie is this, you would have to say Captain America. It centers more around him than the others, even though it has all of them. I mean, it has the storyline with him and Bucky, which has been ongoing. It's told, for the most part, from his point of view. I mean, there are times when it goes to, like, Stark, but it's mostly from his point of view. So, I mean, it is a Captain America movie, but it's a Captain America movie, like, mostly. But there's a lot, yeah, it's hard because, I mean, it's almost as much a Stark movie as it is Captain America.
Yeah.
But... That's a good point.
The only thing that's keeping it from being more of a Stark movie is like any like personal Stark stuff. Like you don't see him hanging out in Stark Tower or anything like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think a lot of what has to do with that is when Disney kind of took possession. Because I don't think... Did Disney have full control of, like, Thor 2 or anything? They probably still had, like, the script in the making before Disney had it.
My impression was that after Iron Man 3 is when Disney kind of, like, took hold. Like, after Iron Man 3 came out. Because I think Avengers was Avengers distributed by them? And then Iron Man 3, maybe? I know they didn't have any, like, control over Iron Man 3, but I know they distributed it, and I think And I think after Iron Man 3 is whenever, like, they were, like, Disney. But, I mean, like you said, a lot of these scripts are going to be in production and done already.
Before that, yeah.
So it's hard to tell.
So I think that's why we got the tone shift for... You said they didn't make Iron Man 3?
I can't remember if it was Avengers. I think Iron Man 3, one of them was where, like, Disney had their name on it, but they didn't, like, distribute it. And then the next one was the one where they fully distributed it. But then, like...
I think... I remember it being a big story around when... I think the news broke around when the first Avengers came out, and then I think Iron Man 3 came out, and they put the distributions on that.
Yeah. It was Iron Man 3, because I remember it was I had a fact about it when we did the commentary. There was something about Iron Man 3 where, like, they didn't their names, they didn't have their logo and shit, but, like, they did distribute it and their names was in the credits. Because I remember reading a thing about that whenever we did Iron Man 3. So Iron Man 3 was the first one that they distributed.
Okay.
And it was a little on the lowdown.
That was the first one they distributed, not made, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Iron Man 2 or Thor 2 come out before or after Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3 was the first one after Avengers. Because I always had the theory that Iron Man 3 made so much money because Avengers was great. That's always been my theory.
I mean, I'll agree with that. I'll stick with that.
I mean, dude, after watching Avengers, who's not going to be like, I need to go see the next one, you know what I mean? Because it was a great movie.
Yeah, I can't think of... I think a lot of why that trilogy stuff didn't work out is just because of the switch from Paramount to Disney. It just they made their adjustments, and unfortunately, in some cases, they were more drastic than others. Yeah. I think it helped the Captain America one though that they were able to. The adjustment happened at the right time where it didn't affect it in too negative of a way. Yeah. Where you got Paramount making the origin story, which is completely separate than the next two storylines.
Yeah.
So
I know, but I mean, you would think Feige would be like, well, this is what we're doing with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Feige was still part of it with Paramount, wasn't he?
Yeah. Feige's been with it the whole time.
It's interesting.
All right, the first Iron Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about these trilogies.
But dude, it's Disney. Just because Feige's in control doesn't mean he has 100% control now. Maybe they're like, no, we want to do this, and he's gonna be like, all right, whatever. Yeah. Maybe he has to pick his battles.
Yeah.
But all right, let's rate this.
Fuck.
You go first. I went first last time.
First is Guardians of the Galaxy with 10 Sparkle Dogs.
Really? Whatever.
Captain America: The First Avenger. 2. Number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 4 is The Avengers with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 5 is Iron Man with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 8 is The Incredible Hulk with... Number 6 is The Incredible Hulk with 8 Sparkle Dogs.
You're getting ahead of yourself with them numbers.
Yeah, I'm getting scared. Number 7... is going to be Captain America: The Civil War with 8 Sparkle Dogs.
The Civil War.
I'm going to defend that 8 because, like I said, even though it's such a flawed storyline, they did as great as you could possibly do with what they had. That was above Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
It's 7. Number 8 is Black Panther. Number 9 is... This is going to get confusing.
No, I'll help you.
Number 9 is The Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Number 10 is Age of Ultron. Number 11 is Doctor Strange.
Did you put Strangelove?
Yeah. This is a number 12 is Thor with 7 Sparkle Dogs. Number 13 is Iron Man 2. Number...
With 7 Sparkle Dogs?
14.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
14 with 6 Sparkle Dogs.
Just keep adding 2 on to them now.
Number 15 is Iron Man 3 with 5 Sparkle Dogs, and number 16 is Thor: The Dark World with 4 Sparkle Dogs.
That was rough.
Holy fuck, my brain hurts.
Yeah, it does. Alright, number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy with 10 Sparkle Dogs. Number 2, The Avengers. Number 3, Captain America, the first Avenger there was. Number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 5 is Avengers Age of Ultron. Number 6 is Thor: The Dark World. Number 7 is Thor. Number 8 is Iron Man 2. Number 9 is Iron Man. Number 10 is The Incredible Hulk. Number 11 is Captain America Civil War with 7 Sparkle Dogs. Number 12 is Doctor Strange. Number 13 is Ant-Man. Number 14 is The Winter Soldiers. Number 15 is The Black Panther, the 5 Sparkle Dogs. Number 16 is Iron Man 3 with 3 Sparkle Dogs.
Yay.
Whew. So many movies.
Yay.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
I didn't know it before, now I do.
It's real. It's a real thing.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Give me yours. I need that information to update yours.
Where's the pen?
You had it. You never gave it back to me. What do you want from me?
Where would I have possibly put
it? In your ass. You put it in your ass.
I think you took it.
Well, how could I have taken your pen? How and why would I have done such a thing?
Elite.
Be it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where could you have possibly put it?
I don't know. I think you took it back.
Why would I do that? Where would I put it? Let's see here. We need to find this pen. This was a Huntington pen. This was a valuable. This is a family heirloom. This Huntington pen was a family heirloom. Let's see here. I bet I know where it is. It's in your ass.
Are you gonna touch me now?
Alright, let's see here. Let's get another one. Hopefully you don't lose this one too.
I think you put that one back. You probably put it back.
Nope, not in here.
Dude, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what you want from me, man. I don't know what you're trying to pull here.
Make sense.
I don't know what you're trying to pull here. Some type of shenanigans.
This is like some sort of haunted house bullshit.
Some type of shenanigans here is what you're trying to do.
Are you hitting on me?
Yes, we're going to have intercourse.
Yeah,
we're going to have relations. Let's put that pen back in here. Alright, now I'll put this one back in here too once you're done with it as well. Also put that one in here with the other pen as well. Let's see here. There it is.
16 Sparkle Dogs.
Yeah. Oh, right. All right.
All right. Hey, everyone. Sorry for this dead air time, which isn't really.
All the pens are now here together now. All the pens are together now.
You have them?
Wait, what?
You have the other one? You found it, didn't you, you bastard?
I did. I did find it. I kept hinting at the joke. I was like, going to put this back in here with the other one now, but you're concentrated on your writing.
I'm zoomed out.
Yeah. All right. We're done.
All right. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
turn off our podcast.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, wait. Well, no. You can come back and listen to our next one. What are we reviewing next week?
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Homecoming.
It's going to be sweet.
Dude,
they kept saying Homecoming in this movie when Zimu was reading the words, and I was like, it's a coincidence.
Homecoming.
Homecoming. They're saying
I forgot about that.
I was like, this is a coincidence.
You didn't think it was a subtle nod?
I don't think it was.
Not even a little bit?
I don't think it was. When did Spider-Man come out? Last year, right?
Yeah.
When Civil War, was that 16 or 15? When did Civil War come out?
I don't see how this is going to correlate.
Well, as to how far they were with, did they have the title already for Spider-Man at that point? I don't think they did.
I mean, I'm sure they had a general idea of what they wanted to name.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think it's a coincidence. I do.
We need... So, Kevin Feige, help us.
Yeah, he could tell us.
Kevin Feige.
Well, if he just comes on the podcast like we've been asking, this could be easily resolved.
Next week we're gonna have Kevin Feige on our show. Well, we're gonna try to reach out and get Kevin Feige.
Or he's gonna be here.
He'll be here probably.
We just have to figure out what he sounds like in case he doesn't show. All right, everyone, make sure you go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Breakroom BS. Links to everything's on there: Instagram, Facebook, Twitters, and the SoundClouds, and do all that stuff. And then we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, now I'm gonna go watch the Gladiator movie from like 2000.